Do you want to learn how to be a producer, DJ, on-air talent, or influencer? Visit beonair.com and discover a media school that's changing the game. We have 7 campuses across the country, and you can graduate in as little as 8 months. No math or English classes here, just classes that interest you and give you hands-on experience with real-world professionals in the media industry. And there's financial aid available for those who qualify. Stop sleepwalking through life. Show up for your dreams. Visit beonair.com and take the free career assessment. beonair.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Welcome in, folks. Week 8 of high school football right here on CVC TV. The matchup from Alumni Stadium tonight in Perry, Ohio. It's the home Perry Pirates taking on the visiting Harvey Red Raiders. A matchup in the CVC Chagrin Division. Kyle Cornell, AA, Anthony Alford with you. As always, on the call tonight, and Anthony, we're in week 8 of the high school football season. It is nitty-gritty time in division play here in the CVC, and these two teams are right at the top in the Chagrin.
Yeah, first of 2 games that we're going to have this week here on CVC TV. And here in the CVC Chagrin Division, Perry and Harvey right in the thick of it. Perry coming in 5-2. They're 2-0 in the CVC Chagrin Division. Harvey 1-1, 4-3 overall, but both teams obviously needing this win. A ton of stories to get into on top of the great football that you're going to see here tonight.
Well, let's talk about the visiting Harvey Red Raiders. Again, 4-3 as AA mentioned, 1-1 in division, and coming off a tough loss, 28-14 against West Geauga last week at West Geauga, the Wolverines. And I'll tell you what, that was the first game they scored under 20 points all season long. This offense, of course, led by Sean Alston, the running back, headed over to USC come next year. They have been dynamic, to say the least. Scored 50-plus points 3 different times this season. You got to watch out for that offense tonight.
Yeah, and a ton of weapons across the board. Of course, you're talking about the USC commit, 121 carries, over 1,000 yards rushing. He leads the nation with the senior class, with the number of touchdowns, 21 rushing touchdowns, that's #1 in America. 26 total touchdowns, all-purpose touchdowns, that is third. So the records are there. We're going to talk about it throughout, but Harvey does have several weapons across the board. Their offensive line is fantastic. It's a very talented football team out of Painesville.
Well, talking to Coach Mickey Moner a little bit before the game, he kind of told us, hey, yeah, we're looking at, obviously, Sean having a big game, but they look at their quarterback, Marquise Wise, the growth he's shown under center. Chris Burt and Armani Hall, the weapons they have on the outside, they can pivot in and take some carries, too, if they have to. I mean, this team is just stacked on the offensive end. Defensively starting to play a little bit better later in the season. You could say the same for the home Perry Pirates. They've allowed 20 total points the last 2 weeks. They average 22 points per game allowed for the season, so the defense started to play a little bit better now as they head towards this final stretch.
And when you get to this side of the season, the defenses have to come through. And the crazy thing about Perry and the Harvey coaching staff, they talked about this coming into this game. Perry has scored over 40 points in the first half these last couple of games. So that is going to be very important for Harvey to really lock down defensively. But, of course, with Perry, a ton of defensive assignments that they got to lock in against this Harvey football team.
Perry Pirates led, of course, by head coach Bob Gesevich, 5-2, 2-0 in the CVC Chagrin Division. 55-14 win last week against Orange. They're actually riding currently a 3-game win streak. Remember, mid-season, couple losses in a row. We were there for the loss to Kirtland, 44-24. That's where they lost McCoy Richards for the season with that broken leg. They lose the next week by 4 points to a tough Chardon team. But since then, Perry's been able to right the ship, and the Pirates have been sailing along to a pretty good season, trying to cap off what would be another successful year under Coach Gesevich and company. And he said, hey, listen, we just need to limit mistakes. That's one of the big things with us. And also, something you'll love, Double A, because we're going to go to your school tonight, the special teams. Coach Gesevich gave him a shout-out when we talked to him in the pregame. He said, yeah, we need these guys to do their jobs on special teams, no extra plays. The offense is going to be a handful enough over with Harvey. You don't want anything else to slip through the cracks.
No, and that's where it starts, too. When you get to this point of the season, and you got a few young guys who obviously they've gained experience throughout the year, but this is new for them, too. Those few mistakes, you cannot let those slip away, especially on the special teams side of things. But both of these teams are very well coached. It's going to be exciting to see this football game as we see Perry come out to the field.
Wearing their all black with the white numbers tonight and white helmets. The Perry Pirates trying to clinch another above 500 season tonight. Remember, Harvey last year 5-5. Up and down season. Coach Moner talked about that too, the ebbs and flows of the year and the extra pressure you feel when you have a kid on your team that's destined for Big Ten football, and it's not just a lineman or one of those guys. This is a skill position player who's at the top of the running backs, not only in the state of Ohio, but across the nation. What he brings to the table for that side, a lot to handle for the Perry Pirates defense tonight.
A ton, and what's going to be key is both of these teams have multiple skill guys that can handle the football. It's almost an embarrassment of riches when you can say, hey, all you got to do is hand the football off to anybody on the field, basically, and it's all systems go. That's why it's going to be a tough matchup defensively for both of these teams. But that's where all your scouting comes in with your coaching staff, kind of lock things in here early.
Well, if you're wondering, Perry leads the all-time series with these two teams, 16-2. The 2 is interesting because it only happened back in 1968 and 69. That was the last time, 1969, that Harvey defeated Perry. It's been a long time.
Our producer was there for that.
I think he was just getting done with college.
I was going to say, don't say.
Love you, Pete. We're gearing up towards kickoff.
We're going to get something in our headsets here shortly.
No, I'm sure. My mic's going to magically cut off at some point. Perry's going to be kicking off, so Harvey's offense is going to take the field first. But the special teams assignments start now for the Perry Pirates, being able to stop this return. And what should be an exciting game here in Week 8. A lot of implications with the playoffs on the line and division titles as well. Talk about the meaning and what this could be. Excited to bring it to you right here on CVC TV tonight. On this Thursday night, Love high school football so much, we're giving you a 2 for this week. Kickoff is underway, and so are we here from Alumni Stadium. It's fielded by Harvey. A good return out to the 37-yard line, and that is where again, the Red Raiders will take over. It was Xavier Road on the return.
And what's going to be key here, we always talk about, like, you know, when you have a stud tailback, how good is the offensive line? And that's going to be key here to watch. You know, Harvey in their white uniforms, Perry in the black uniforms.
Yeah, so 1st and 10, ball going to be placed on the 39-yard line. I think there's an official down on the far side. And there is an official down on the far sideline.
Kickoff to Harvey, and we have an official timeout.
That's never a good sign.
No,
I don't think we've actually seen that since we've started working here together, partner. We've never seen an official go down early.
Yeah, and the training staffs for both teams making sure the official's okay. Check it out. But, yeah, you talk about, like, the stakes of this game. Of course, we mentioned the records coming into this game with Perry and Harvey. Perry 5-2, Harvey 4-3. Perry, they win this game, maybe another game or two to close out the regular season, they will be in position to perhaps have a bye in the first week of the playoffs.
Very important as the referee has been able to get up. Now he's off onto the sideline. So we had a kickoff return to the 39, and there was an injury timeout, an official timeout. No team took it because it was an official that went down with that injury.
Finally, an official's timeout for them.
Yeah, I feel like they're always taking it to reset the ball somewhere, wherever it is. Nevertheless, now they get a chance to get things out. Hope he's going to be okay down there. As we're going to get underway here.
All size up front, all size. Like, everybody on the offensive and defensive line are big guys.
It'll be interesting to see how the Perry defense responds to this running game. And there's the pass threat, too. 1st down. It's a bouncer, and actually kicked up to the quarterback wise there. He's able to hand it off, and not much on the carry there. That was Armani Hall that got the end around, the senior. And he actually lost a yard on the play.
And because of the timing, Trent Taylor, number 0, for Perry, got right back there. You know, he's a big guy as well. We talked about Taylor in the pregame, 6'5", 240 pounds. You get disrupting in timing, Taylor's going to be in the backfield.
And we don't want to watch number 0 in the white jersey with black numbers. That is Sean Alston. He's going to USC here next fall. And again, Marquise Wise, number 1, the quarterback. Another one of those seniors just trying to show some growth. Pass on the outside. That one is caught and hit right away. Solid tackle here on the low side. It's a good tackle by Chase Savant. Going to force 3rd down.
That's a huge play as well, working on timing. Again, this Perry defense, we saw them against Kirtland. They are fast. A lot of athletes on the field. But Wise, the quarterback, no joke on his own, coming into this game, over 1,400 passing yards entering this ball game.
Yeah, I think, too, with the run attack being so prevalent, that would open things up, you would imagine, in the passing game, too, to try and make some plays. And now 3rd and 9, an early test for this offense. Both these teams score in bunches. I'm not sure if there was a flag thrown, or there is. It's going to be illegal motion, so it's a 5-yard penalty. So now Harvey going to fall behind the sticks here. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up.
And when you're talking about a game that, for all intents and purposes, a ton of playoff implications, those little things makes a huge difference. You don't want to be, at any point in this game, behind the sticks.
Fortunately, that's where the Red Raiders find themselves now. And I think this is maybe a side quest goal for the defense. Coach Gazovich and company force them into 3rd and long so you can't run the football as much as you maybe want to.
But Austin's also a passing threat, too.
You never know what could happen. Wise going to take the pass. He's going to look. He's rolling to his right now, stepping up. He's under pressure, throws, and that's going to be out of bounds. Almost hits one of the cheerleaders. She actually makes a great catch on the sideline. One hop, that's all it took. She may or may not be on an offense on the next possession. We'll see what happens. But
I think she might have got the biggest pop of the night. Biggest cheer.
It's still early.
The defender did a great job. The defensive end, 68, did a great job of staying with zero, staying with the tailback, and taking away the passing threat, the screen identification, and forcing the 3 and out.
I think they called intentional grounding on that as well. Still inside the tackle box. As Wise was under pressure and tried to step up and throw it through, but a great opening stand for the Perry Pirates. They're going to get the ball here. With a low snap, it bounces in. Low line drive punt. Kicks first the 35-yard line, stays inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line by Harvey and Jeremiah Jefferson, and that's now where the offense, led by junior Nate Trevsker, will head to the field. Remember, Trevsker came in. It was a game that we covered with Kirtland and Perry where they lost McCoy Richards for the season, that broken leg, and they were kind of both handling that position. Trevsker's come in double A and really, like a fish in water, as the starting quarterback's played extremely well.
He's doing unbelievably well. 12 touchdowns in the air coming into this game. And remember, too, you mentioned it, they were splitting the quarterback reps early in the season.
No, not anymore. It is Trevsker's show. First down, pitch to the outside, cutting back in, some room to run. Good move to the outside, past the 40, still on his feet, near the 45-yard line. It was Logan Tessier with the carry to the outside.
And he's a freshman. He is a freshman stepping in, to this big row. And, Coach Getz talked about, hey, other guys stepping up, stepping into big roles. We talked about, the young team. And this is a championship culture here in Perry. And they understand the assignment coming in. That's a great run, great blocking up front.
It's a huge first down as Perry's got some momentum now on the offensive end. Defense doing their job. The offense trying to follow suit as they're near midfield. First down, 9.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Savon in motion. It'll be a swing pass to the outside to the running back instead. And a good break to the outside. A solid catch and run. Right there, that was Petroselli was on the outside and made the catch and go.
And this is a Perry offense. We just talked about it coming into this game. And they have scored over 40 points in the first half these last 2 weeks. This first drive, they are so efficient, on the board.
14-yard gain on the play. So first down, first play in Red Raiders territory for the Pirates. Only took a few plays to get there. The offense looking sharp to start the game.
Defense has got to communicate on their assignments every play.
Tresker in that shotgun, get a handoff inside. Petroselli again getting the carry and getting a few. About 3 to 4 yards.
It's good work there again, and again, we cannot stress enough as far as communication. I saw we were both on the field during the pregame. Harvey's coaching staff was talking a ton on the defensive side about assignments, about where guys should line up, what's going to happen in these particular situations. So that's a good start. You want to limit this Perry offense by communication.
They give him a long 2 here. 2nd and 8 yards, ball in the 40. And the play blown dead for a moment. There's going to be a timeout taken here early on by the Pirates. So there's some miscommunication on the offensive end. Couldn't tell at this point. They've been able to roll so far. 8:33 to go in this first quarter. Perry driving on their first offensive possession of the game. Well, the presenting sponsor of CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. Also want to give a shout out to Greeny Sports Cards, the largest producer of sports card trading shows in Northeast Ohio, with 5 locations growing. Their next show tomorrow at the Great Northern Mall in North Olmsted. You can see all their shows online at greenysportscards.com. That's greenysportscards.com. Second down on the way for the Pirates. Good opening possession so far. Taylor in motion. Trevsker looking to pass, trying to find a lane, get a step up on the left side. He's going to keep it himself. Trevsker goes to the sideline. Out of bounds around the 35-yard line, just short of it. So Trevsker bails out, gets about roughly 4 yards. Going to set up a 3rd and short.
And I will give the defense credit there, covering up Taylor, covering up some of the receivers. Don't give up anything deep. But then again, quarterback takes off, gets a few yards.
I think, McCoy Richards was more of the athlete of the two, but Trevor can still run the ball. He can get out there and make plays with his legs. It's the benefit of having 2 guys that can do it. Pitch to the outside, Petroselli, 3rd down. He's going to roll through, and he should, where that ball is spotted, have enough. Got to the 30-yard line. They only needed to get to maybe the 33, so that's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, Petroselli did a great job there. Get just the speed, got a good pickup block as well. He is listed on this depth chart. He is listed on the offensive side as athlete. Now, I've always say when you're listed as athlete, that basically just means give him the football and let him do whatever he wants.
That sounds about right. Another 1st down for the Pirates. Trefsker going to hand inside. Petroselli going to work his way through and get brought down near the 25-yard line. Gain of about 5 or so yards.
Story of this game, if you're going to be able to tell which offense is successful, is yards per carry. And when you have a setup like that where, on 1st down, 6-yard run, that's success for Perry.
And kind of doing more of what we expected Harvey to do. Lots of shotgun runs, just wearing down the line. Play blown dead for a moment. I think timeout going to come down from the Harvey sideline now, so the Red Raiders not liking what they saw on the defensive end. 7:14 to go in this 1st quarter. Perry is driving right here on CVC TV. Now transform your property with a fence from R&T Fence Company, family owned for over 36 years. They provide top-notch fence installation services all across Northeast Ohio. Specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial fencing, they offer a wide range of options, including aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link. Call 330-626-5170 for a free estimate, or visit rtfence.com. Whether you need a new fence or a custom gate, trust the experts at R&T Fence to deliver quality and professionalism. That's rtfence.com, your fencing solution.
Harvey talked about coming into this game, consistency. They got a great football team. We even seen a little bit of progress last year, but they got a great team. It's about putting it all together. And I like that timeout. This is how important this 1st drive really is for this Harvey football team. I like the fact, we see the offensive look. Let's make the adjustments necessary.
Usually the coaches will take one of those when they see something, too, to try and make an adjustment, get everyone on the same page for the next couple plays. Trefsker looking to pass again, rolling out to his left, facing pressure. He's got room. Trefsker, 1 man to beat. He does. Good move by Trefsker. Spins through past the 10, down to about the 7. Nate Trefsker took off, got nearly 20 yards on that carry. There's an injury on the field.
It's going to be an injured Harvey play. Let's look at a replay. Watch his hips. Because this stuff, there you go. Good stutter step.
Just stayed on his feet, too. Just kept working his way, spinning through. It was a late hit that took down Darian Hamilton. He's a senior linebacker for Harvey. He got looked at by the training staff out there. And again, it's the passing to running. Trefsker being able to understand, I got to pull this one down and go for it. And that was a gain of about 18 yards right there, Double A. Just a great decision.
He's going through his progressions, doing a good job with it. And if the 1st option and even a 2nd option, if it's not there, the blocking is doing a good enough job where he can take off and have a ton of room to operate, get a few yards. We just saw in the replay that our team just provided that he has wheels, he can utilize his hips and do what he needs to do to get extra yardage.
Made a couple guys miss, then he spun through that tackle too and actually stayed up and got an extra 5 yards or so on the carry. So you love that. You love the ability to make those kind of plays. Again, Trefsker's 6'1", about 175. Good size for a quarterback.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, again, to be able to see the field, to be able to make the adjustments necessary on the quarterback side, that's good. You on Harvey's side.
Both teams, Double A, missing some guys with injuries this season.
Yeah, Hamilton, senior, as you just mentioned, senior linebacker. having to be helped off the field.
You're one of the guys who doesn't have another position. He just plays linebacker. Like that's going to be a big one. If he's not able to get back into the game, and he's getting helped out by multiple people now.
And you just see, too, first off, that's a sign of how much he means to this team, regardless. But you just think, too, like especially that linebacker position, how much we just talked a few minutes ago about communication. Who's the one guy who's able to communicate plays, be able to read everything? That could be a huge loss on the defensive side.
Anytime you lose a senior, a starting senior, it can definitely affect the squad. But a lot of coaches will tell you it's next man up, so we'll see if Harvey's defense can respond now, because it is 1st and goal for the Perry offense. They are driving on this first possession. Krebsker getting the shotgun, getting a hand. Petroselli working his way back to the middle. He cuts through and he cuts in. Touchdown, Perry. And just like that, the Pirates take an early 6-0 lead.
The blocking set it up there, and he could have picked which path to go. Didn't matter, but able to get the score. The guys up front handle business. And again, you just wonder too, with the loss of Hamilton, you know, in the linebacker spot, just a play ago, if that would have made any difference. But great score for Perry.
Huge score now, and again, these extra points always feel like they mean a little bit more. Is Colton Grissinger going to head out? Snap down, hold down, kick on the way is up, and it is good. Score now 7-0. Perry on top of Harvey right here on CVC TV. Hey, if you have an unwanted guest in your home, contact Alpha Animal Removal. That's right, our friends over at Alpha Animal Removal. They even specialize in the humane removal of bats. It's a thing in Northeast Ohio.
Oh, I know.
I'm telling you, definitely.
I know.
You've seen a bat or two.
Just a bit, just a few.
Of course, they also help with sealing of homes to help prevent animal entry of any kind, so that's always a bonus as well. And they also help clean, remove, and sanitize your ag and replace insulation after animals have infested it. That is including bats, believe me, it does happen. So go to alphaanimalremoval.com to solve your bat or animal infestation problem. Do humanely, which is the most important thing as well. It's alphaanimalremoval.com.
Of course, a big drive there for Perry, handling business, going right down the field and scoring.
I think you were paging through the Bible there, my friend.
I will thank you to both teams. They provide a ton of stats throughout the season.
A little short kickoff, just keeping the ball.
Did it make it out of bounds?
Yeah, it did. It got out of bounds just in time near that 30-yard line. You got to be careful with those. I mean, if Perry gets that ball, it's theirs.
I know that it's a dangerous game to play, but you know you do have that field position battle.
Well, you kick it high enough, Double A. I mean, get under it. Go for it.
True.
Why not? Nevertheless, it is going to be Harvey football here. Ball's actually going to be placed.
Should be at 35 if we went out of
I
bounds.
think that's where they're going to. I thought it was closer to the 30, but it looks like they'll get the official ruling on that.
Yeah, the rule should be, because we've seen this earlier in the season,
yeah.
it should be, if it goes out of bounds, it should be at the 35.
That's what the teams are lining up. I don't know if they're still just waiting for substitutions, or I think maybe that is the hold up here for a moment. That's where the ball should go. Double A, you got it. Nail on the head there with that.
Maybe the refs wanted to look more at this new track that was laid down a couple years ago.
No cars on this track, by the way.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Yeah, we confirmed that.
We heard about that. Like, we used to call these games here, there used to be vehicles on the track for senior night and homecoming.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No vehicles allowed on this track.
Well, there's a few vehicles on the field right now. A couple of these young men can definitely start the engine for this offense so they can get it going. Harvey trying to respond here in this first quarter. Wise in the shotgun. First handoff for Ralston. He works his right side, and he's going to get bottled up. Maybe 2 to 3 yards. Taylor was in there. A couple of different players on the tackle.
What makes this tailback phenomenal, though, is you even saw when this Perry defense game tackled him, he is still moving his legs. My goodness.
They ended up giving him a little bit more at the end of that run, so he ends up getting about 4 yards. Looked like he got maybe 1 at the initial play, but you mentioned Double A, just keep turning the legs. And It's the reason why he averages almost or over 9 yards a carry. Nelson just able to keep chugging through.
But if you overcommit to this back defensively, that sets up the other guys.
Another handoff. Alston on the inside. He's going to try and lower through. This time, though, Perry reads it right. Gain of maybe a half a yard to a yard. Going to set up third down.
Again, if you're just joining us, this tailback coming into this game, Austin, he 121 carries, over 1,000 yards on the ground.
Essentially one of the premier backs in the country that we have the privilege of calling tonight. 3rd and 5.
Had offers from over 20 schools, including Penn State and Wisconsin.
Yeah, narrowed it down. It's a 3 Big Ten schools, and chose the one furthest away, USC.
He loved the visit, loved the recruiting visit.
I'm sure the weather was nice out there, too. 3rd down, Wise going to throw to the outside, and it's incomplete. He's attempting to find his receiver on the out there. That was Chris Burt, the name we're going to hear a few more times tonight before it's all said and done, but no dice, 4th down.
Yeah, and Burt's a weapon. You know, number 3 out there, the receiver, just got to get the football in his hands. Probably 4-down territory here for Harvey, perhaps.
Interesting, because you are at the 40.
But knowing that Perry could put points on the board.
Yeah. They're actually going to split out now. Burt and Alston going to head into the to a 5-wide set. 2 at the bottom of your screen, including Alston, number 0, on the inside of the slot. 3 trips to your top, and here comes the punt. The benefit of having a quarterback who can punt the football, it's going to take a good Harvey bounce. It will roll inside the 20 down to about the 17, 16-yard line, and that's where the Perry offense will take over. Seeing that more and more, double-A quarterbacks that are just also punting.
Yeah, and the pre-snaps are so interesting because quarterback, Wise, he was lined up, pretty much closer to the center, and then you saw in the last moment dropping back a yard to punt the football.
Yeah, so the ball going to be at the 16-yard line. 1st down for this Perry offense that drove down the field. That first possession, they had 7 runs and only 1 pass attempt. But the running worked. And it led to a Petroselli touchdown. 1st down, it's a pass to the outside. That one's caught. Neckenberry gets to the outside and gets the 1st down.
And he's having a great season. He is emerging as one of the top guys on this team. In fact, the leading receiver, 377 yards in the air, 5 touchdown catches.
Yeah, Neckenberry, what a year. We kind of saw him start to show that a little bit in the Kirtland game, and he's only built off that since then. Him and Trefsker have a great combo here. 1st down, that one's caught on the inside. Big screen and play near the 1st down marker. It's going to be gain of about 11. It should be enough based on that marker. What a catch and run there by Justin Costello. And he's going to move the chains again.
Yeah, Costello had a great game as well. We saw him at Kirtland, a great season so far. The tricky thing that Harvey's going to have to figure out, they're going to have to make a decision on whether or not they want to pressure the quarterback or commit more resources to the receivers, because right now, this quarterback's getting the ball out of his hands very, very quickly.
Well, and Trefsker was also able, when he was facing pressure, to get out and run the football, too, into that. Here's another Richards to the outside. Talk about him in a second. A solid gain out there. Always going to keep your head out for Traxton Richards.
Man.
Because the speed on that young man is insane. He gets a pitch to the outside at about 7-8 yards on a carry.
When Traxton Richards had that kick return that we saw, unreal, and we just see his speed. It's just crazy. Just continue that family legacy with the Richards.
It just keeps on rolling through. 2nd and short as we're near midfield, and there's going to be a jump. We'll see who they call it on. It looked like Harvey crossed that line, and they did. That's going to be encroachment, and that's going to be a 1st down. The ball going to move over midfield now into Red Raiders territory.
Again, limiting those mistakes. Do want to mention real quick, we did see McCoy Richards, part of the senior night festivities. He was out here, of course, very tough. Season ends, due to an injury. Surgery, everything went well after the Kirtland game.
Yeah, wishing him the best as he continues to recover with that. Trying to get in a pole vaulting season. We'll see if we can get that done. Meantime, his teammates first down with a 7-0 lead. Trefsker thought about passing it a wall. Now he's going to dish it out. That one's going to be caught on a dive.
What a play.
We'll talk about that freshman again. Tessier was able to lay out and make the catch. So instead of possibly losing yardage, they get about roughly 3 to 4.
I will say this, though. The defensive end for Harvey, did a good job staying home there. Like, that time, you know, no scramble out of the backfield. You're going to have to keep a defensive end there at home to make sure that you don't see scrambles.
2nd and 7 coming up. Trefsker a perfect 4 for 41 yards, 2 carries, 22 yards so far. Petroselli on the inside with the handoff. He trucks the man through. He's still on his feet, past the 30, still going, dragging defenders down to the 26.
Let's look at the replay. There could be a flag at the end, but just watch. This is why you don't skip leg day in the weight room. But watch that. I wonder if that spike, the refs didn't call that. That could have been a penalty at the end of that play for unsportsmanlike.
I think they may have let it go. But man, what a run. Petroselli having a great first quarter.
Yeah, Harvey was calling for a penalty because you had a spike and it hit one of the defenders. That probably should have been a penalty.
Petroselli getting another handoff to the outside. He's working his way through, still on his feet again, taken down inside the 15 to about the 12. Another 14 yards and a first down.
He runs hard. And again, the blocking really, really sets it up. And when you say, like, hey, your running backs have multiple options of where to go with the football, that's a compliment to the offensive line. And the receivers, too, that's out there blocking.
Yeah, ball going to be down just before the 10-yard line. So they can still get a first down in the Pirates before needing to get into the end zone. Under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Perry trying to go up 2 scores here. Trefsker again in that shotgun. Now he's going to pass. Looking, throwing far side. Oh, over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Richards on the outside. The first incompletion, just a little over the top.
Trefsker had the look, and he knows it. Either that ball's just sell. There's a light breeze, but yeah, just that touch. That would have been 6 points.
The way the offense has played at this point, take a shot. They didn't mind doing it. These have been going all Perry's way so far here in this first quarter.
I was just thinking, like, when Harvey gets the ball back, that'll probably be the last time they punt. Just thinking about, like, catching up on points.
2nd and 10 from about the 11.5, 12-yard line here. Trefsker this time going to hand off. Petroselli working to the outside. He's got a hole. Petroselli turns inside the 5, down to about the 3, maybe the 4. We'll see who they spot it.
I think that was Wise that made that tackle, the quarterback.
Yeah, needed to get there.
Had to have had that, Kyle.
So 3rd and 1. They can get the first down here. Trefsker under center. Pitch to the outside, trying to work his way through. They should at least have the first. We'll see where they mark it down.
Yeah, that should be a first down, Kyle. You're right.
Yeah, it is a first. That was Brody Krantz who got the little pitch to the outside there. He was off center there.
I love the play call. Like, that was just, you got to coach that well. Like, a direct toss in that style, that pressure. Great call.
Trefsker who keeps it inside, and he is in. Trefsker lowered the shoulder, and the 6'1", 175-pound junior gets in for 6 more. Perry up 13-0 here on CVC TV.
I heard the PA announcers just now mention the tush push.
I really didn't need that for that.
Yeah.
You got to land pretty quick.
Who are coincidentally playing the New York Giants.
13-0 now. Kissinger going to line up the extra point. Off his foot, on the way. Flag came in late.
Yeah, don't go anywhere yet. Come on back.
Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. It came in very late there.
I saw us against Harvey, or unless they just picked it up, or.
Yeah, personal foul against the Red Raiders, so the extra point will stand. 14-0 to score with 1:51 to go here in this first quarter. And a few passes on that drive, Double A, but again, the run game for Perry has been key so far in this game.
And they're spreading this defense out. So you can't commit to everything, and until Harvey can figure that out, until anybody can figure that out when they're facing Perry. Perry, obviously, they're going to be a problem as they keep this going.
So Tresker looks so comfortable back there playing quarterback. He's able to run and pass. And Petroselli is starting to grow right in front of our eyes even more. The senior is having a great game at this point. Unofficially, 8 carries, 61 yards, and that touchdown. The first of the game.
For all your oral surgery needs, visit Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, Implant Surgery website at www.
We'll see how this works now with the penalty, with that personal foul. We'll see where they spot the football. And I'll tell you what, honestly, Christinger may be able to try and kick this one through the uprights if he wanted to.
That should be worth 3 points if you could do that. I don't know why nobody in football has, other than arena football, has thought about that and make it a good idea. Now, I'm not mentioning with arena football, put the glass up in the uprights like they do, but they have something going.
Well, Burt's back to return this, but it's been a couple of pooch kicks to start the game that have left him waiting to try and get a return. Let's see if Christinger tries to just kick this one through the end zone. He is going to line it up and line drive it, and I'll tell you what.
It almost went through.
It almost went
It almost went in.
So the rare touchback through the end zone on the kick. On the personal foul penalty, the ball going to get moved up to the 20-yard line, and that's where this offense for Harvey will get back underway, Double A. It's been tough, only 9 total yards in this first half.
And I wonder, again, because this Perry defense, they are clamping down on Austin right now, which is the right game plan. Wonder if we see Wise put the ball up in the air here on first down.
He is alone in the backfield, at least for now. Wise looking to pass, throws middle, over the intended receiver, and almost intercepted on the back end. That was Krantz who was waiting there in the waiting arms. It was kind of in between, just a little bit too short to get there.
Yeah, that ball sailed. Wonder again, I don't know if it was miscommunication or just a bad ball.
Trying to get that quick completion off there.
Mm-hmm.
Second down on the way.
Again, it was the right play call. Again, you want to get this defense off balance.
Just haven't really been able to get much going at all on the offensive end. Alston with the carry now. He breaks out and in. He works his way back inside. A little side step through, and the yards, you can tell, they just come in bunches. Little spark, gain of 9 on the carry.
Yeah, it does. And they're going to go right back to the line here. He gets the second level. It's over.
Handoff. Alston again working back inside, playing in between the tackles so far in this first quarter. Gets down to about the 35-yard line, 6 more.
And if you're the Perry defense, this is not what you want here. Oh, I thought Harvey was just going to keep going here, going fast here. This is actually a break here for this defense, because this Harvey offense, if they would have kept going, they could have easily got more yards, more like 3 or 4 5-yard carries.
Well, they're going to line up Alston wide to the top of your screen now after back-to-back solid runs. He's now lining up as essentially the X receiver here. First down. 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Wise in that shotgun. He's going to hand off right side. Not much there. It's a great stop by the Perry defense. That was Burt who got a carry and just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and again, we talk about Austin, but also Burt, in that backfield as well. You could tell defensively, though, there was an extra set of eyes on zero. It was his way like, is he going to come out of the slant? Is he going to work on the flat? I really do wish that Harvey would have ran a play quickly the previous play there, because you give Perry an opportunity to adjust.
Second and long. Wise fakes it, going to take a shot down the left side. He's got Austin over there, and it's incomplete. Shot down the top of your screen, and Austin just great coverage down there too.
Yeah, Miles Osborne did a great job
Traxton Richards wasn't far behind either, trying to chase him down if he did catch that ball.
And Osborne was physical as well with that route, while at the same time playing the football, turning his head back, looking at the quarterback, and playing the football each time.
He's going to set up now a 3rd down and long on the way. And again, some substitutions on the field. Now the play clock has started. And there was a penalty, I think. Still 3rd down. The penalty essentially is not non-starter here. So 3rd down on the way. Wise going to line up alone. And now Alston going to switch the sides and work inside on the formation to the bottom of your screen.
Traxton Richards communicating defensively.
Back in motion. They thought about swinging it out. Rolling out now to his right. Wise. He's under pressure. Big time throws and almost got sacked. Tell you what, Taylor got back there and almost got him. And there was no receiver, I don't think, in the area. That player was the lineman, number 53, Ethan Cruz.
Yeah, I was going to say, did Wise go, was he out of the pocket? Did he go back in the pocket?
He went in and out. I think once you break it, though, I think it's fine with that. So here we go, 4th down. I'd imagine, even though Double A, you mentioned punting maybe not a thing earlier, it should be here. And then right now there are zeros in the clock, so that should be the end of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, they'll have a quarter to think about kind of what they want to do. Offense, though, is pretty cold.
Miscommunications on the field, nevertheless. We're going to go to the 2nd. Score 14-0. Perry on top of Harvey right here on CVC TV. The start for the Pirates. How well they played so far in this game, Double A, just coming out and really kind of doing their own thing. They ran the ball a lot on that first drive, mixed more of the pass in on the second offensive possession, but the offense has been able to get essentially whatever they want on one side. On the other side, it's been struggles if it hasn't been number 0 carrying the football.
I think that the Perry's defense is the story of this first quarter so far of this game. They have looked at this USC recruit, they looked at this offense, and basically have overcommitted in stopping number 0, Sean Austin. Like that was assignment number 1 through 20 for this Perry defense, and they have done so to a T. And I think that's really the big story. Of course, you're right, though. Offensively, Perry just able to get big plays almost every single snap. And this has been a game that's been dominated by the Pirates so far.
Yeah, Alston, if you're wondering, 4 carries, 20 yards. So still 5 yards to carry. You like that. But Perry will take it in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't mean to harp on one thing over and over again. I just think it was so they find a little formula there. We're going back to back. They went a little bit away from it.
Well, remember, they had the one completion Harvey did on the opening possession. Since then, 5 straight incompletions for Wise. He has now been able to get the ball into the hands of his receivers.
And one of them could have been an interception.
He punts away, and it's a good one. Taken in by Perry.
Good tackles.
Solid job by Harvey and the special teams there. It was Krantz who had the return and maybe got to around the 35. That's where this Perry offense will head back onto the field and look to keep building on that first quarter.
Yeah, and again, when you usually have 2 returners, you're looking to play it safe. You're taking away a blocker, of course. You're not looking for a big return. It's just, hey, let's get the football and get good field position, which they will, starting at their 35.
Tresker in the shotgun, Petroselli on his right hip. Now over to his left. Tresker rolling, throwing. It's up, and it's in and out of the hands.
Did he get the interception?
Oh, my goodness, did he get that?
He got it!
Oh! Harvey got the interception. It was bobbled.
Let's watch the replay. The feet. He got it in, Ryan Davis.
Rylan Davis, the freshman, gets the interception. Wow.
Harvey needed something, anything, anything for momentum purposes, and they got it. The ball was a little high again. Both quarterbacks are throwing balls that are a bit high, and that time, that led to a turnover.
A big play by the freshman defensive back. And now Harvey suddenly finds themselves in great field position and a chance to get back into this football game.
And they want to make a big strike here on play number 1.
Inside the 40-yard line of Perry after the turnover.
That play, that's a game changer.
Heads up, too, to be able on that sideline to get that ball and get those toes in bounds. Wise under pressure, trying to step up. He's looking. Wise going to get brought down.
Wise with nowhere to go. Sacked on the
That is what we call a coverage sack, Kyle. That is every DB locked in on the receivers, and the line could only hold on for so long before they were brought down. Great play defensively across the board for Perry.
Antonius Bertone with the huge sack, loss of about 3 yards. Good response from Perry's defense on the first play after the interception from the offense. Wise, and with the pass again, throws, and that one's incomplete. It was in the area of Hall, the bottom of your screen. And that's now the 6th straight incompletion from Wise, who just looks a little bit out of sorts out there in this first half, AA.
This offense is all over the place as far as, lack of communication and the ball not being where it needs to be. You always wonder, is the quarterback not getting it there, or is the receivers in the wrong spot? It's been tough.
Well, 3rd down and long again, despite getting great field position. Again, Harvey's offense just can't seem to get things going.
And when you're behind the sticks, you can't hand it off to your tailback on 3rd and long.
Or can you? Alston with the carry. Work his way inside, and there's nowhere really to go. Maybe around the original line of scrimmage, going to be 4th down.
Yeah, it makes it tough. Even, you get that surprise play call, but defense is all over it.
There's not much to work with on the offensive end.
I would not blame Harvey if they punt it here. Again, you pin Perry deep, but 4th and 11, you already get the big interception. You want
maybe you have to make some sort of momentum shift after that interception, on offense, you would think. And right now, Wise in the shotgun, they are going to go for it. Pressure again, he gets hit as he threw, incomplete. Great pressure.
Heavy pressure by Brady.
Coach Getsuis, he saw a little fist pump at the bottom of the screen, sit in the house.
It was great pressure. Stevenson got there. Man, just Harvey's offense.
Nobody turned around receiving-wise.
The play was built to go further down the field. He just didn't have time. It was great pass rush by Perry.
Yeah.
That play requires a few seconds to get the receivers downfield to make a move, and it was Perry's defense affecting the timing of the pass. Impressive. 7 straight incompletions for Wise now.
Yeah, you're right. This defense has been on point, and the interception, nothing happened. Right back to the offense.
Dresser going to throw. That one's caught. At the 45-yard line, gain of 5 yards. That was to Brody Krantz.
Of course, today, I felt like today was probably the first day that summer ended. Now, I do wonder, a different field of football, with both of these quarterbacks, maybe the ball is selling just a little bit because it is a lot cooler outside than it's been.
Hard to throw, too, even as an adult.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to grip on those things.
And we've seen quarterbacks across the board in the past struggle to throw the football when the attempts do get cooler.
That's why you love having the run game to lean back on if you need it. And both these teams have that option. Speaking of which, there it is. They'll end around solid run again by Tessier, and he's going to move the chains.
And man, good run there. Tess doing a great job letting the blocks develop. And you see too, his hand, is on one of his blockers, and then, and then going from there. He's doing a great job.
First down on the 45-yard line. It's Perry again. Back to business as usual with the offense. Dresker looking, he's going to run, keep it. He keeps and eludes one tackler and gets out of bounds near the 35-yard line. And that should be enough for a first down based on the spot. We'll see where they officially put this. And they are going to move the chains. So gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, great block, of course, up front. That quarterback, again, athlete. Just get the football, keep it in his hands. I do have a little observation, though, from the Perry side. The receivers need to make sure that they are checking with the refs to make sure that they are not lined up off sides, because that could have been called.
Nevertheless, Perry continues to move the ball down the field. Just a one little hiccup. Other than that, the offense smooth sailing. Dresker looking to pass, pump fakes, has to step up. He's under pressure. He's still working his way through. Almost goes down, stays on his feet. Dresker turns upfield and gets a gain of about 5.
And he's going to get more yards because of the illegal hit.
Around the left side.
The flag came in late. Yeah, it was low.
Line to gain. Flag on the play.
Little action on the neck there. Yeah, it will be a face mask, Kyle.
Yeah, so they pulled him down the wrong way. So
Face mask on the tackle by Harvey.
add on to that run. And what a job by Dresker to get to the outside, avoid the tacklers. Almost fell, stayed on his feet, got a positive gain, and then drew the face mask. So the ball going to move inside the red zone now to the 15-yard line.
And great job on the left side of the offensive line, giving their quarterback an opportunity to take off. There was a defender on the outside that could have got the sack within moments.
First down, handoff, Petroselli. He works right side. He's got room to run. Petroselli turns upfield, lowers the shoulder, and goes semi-airborne inside the 5. First down for Petroselli. Gain of about 13.
He runs with speed. Watch this replay. Just explosive. Oh, man, my goodness, you watch the offensive line. They are winning every battle up front, this offensive line. When these skill guys are running with the football, not only are they taking off, but they have so much room to run because of this line.
8 minutes to go in this first half. Perry knocking on the door to go up by 3 scores here. Petroselli inside, lowers his shoulder, and he's in. Ran through a defender, his own teammate, another defender too, and his second rushing touchdown in the first half for Petroselli.
Watch the right tackle.
This
Also,
is
this is the play before. Great run. That was a great tackle. I will give the defender that. But on the scoring play itself, the right tackle did a great job of mauling the defensive end, and the score getting the job done. What a score. Great extra point for Perry.
That's good. So the score now 21-0 right here on CVC TV. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Bit of a note for us. 32 is actually Jimmy Ashburn.
How about that? Okay.
We would like to give a special thank you to
Now we know.
There you go.
for their support of Perry Athletics.
Because I'll tell you, well, I was going to say, like, man, this is the standout freshman.
Yeah, freshman's killing it. Only got a few mentions on the broadcast, so things to come.
Yeah. We'll just save the tape for future years, but we'll save the tape. So thank you to our guys up here. 32 is actually Ashburn, Jimmy Ashburn.
It's a nice number.
And we was wondering, oh yeah, thanks. And we were wondering, even in the curling game, like, man, you know, Ashburn's made such an impact for this Perry team over the years. Like, when is he, you know, going to make another huge impact?
Yeah, where can you kind of find your spot to step up and step in? And Harvey right now, it's gut check time for the Red Raiders. Coming in, as we mentioned, 4-3, 1-1 in the Chagrin Division in the CVC. How important this game is for both sides, trying to lock in and take a commanding lead or tie things up in this division. It's got a bunch of competition in it.
And even with the playoff staying, this, of course, Perry, Division 4, Region 13, coming into today, seeded number 5. Again, a new playoff format this year. Top 4 have the Week 11 bye.
It's be a kick, and Bert's going to get an opportunity here. Burt turns upfield. Look at the speed on Burt. He breaks the right side. He breaks through. Bert's got one man to beat. It's the kicker. He's cutting in and out, and he's going to eventually get brought down inside the 30, down to around the 25-yard line. Chris Burt turned on the Jets.
Yeah, let's watch the replay. His knee almost touched the ground. So how huge was the return? And my goodness, he just took off. Costello, by the way, from behind, perhaps saving a touchdown. And can this Harvey offense, who has struggled all game long, can they take advantage? They got good field position again.
Starting with now the carry. It's going to be Nash on the outside. And again, good job by Perry to swarm into the football. Couldn't bring him down, but got him out of bounds. Maybe a gain of a yard or two of that.
Yeah, the game plan defensively, make sure that young man does not get the second level whatsoever.
He's been held in check. 6 carries, 24 yards in this first half for Shane Alston.
Can't stress enough how big of a tackle for Costello to make there on a kick return.
The problem was, I think that Burt was just too fast. He ran into his blockers because they were trying to block downfield, and he caught up to him so fast that it was just nowhere to go. Alston again with the carry, and this time he's swarmed. 5 or 6 black jerseys on the inside. One of them, number 34, Carter Crowfoot.
Can they get a play fake or something? I mean, you can't really do a play fake on third down now, but you almost got to find a way somehow to perhaps fool this defense, because they are locked in with everything that Harvey is doing.
Wise is only 1 of 8 for 4 yards. He's been struggling tonight throwing that football. Credit to Perry's defense for being on top of him essentially every time he's dropped back to pass. He's faced almost immediate pressure. 3rd and long on the way. Wise looking, throwing. He's got a receiver. He's going to have to come back to it, and it's knocked down. No flag in late. Great coverage on the backside.
That's number 32, Jimmy Ashburn.
That was Ashburn, yeah.
Did a great job, and you know what? He played the football and just got his hand out there. He did a great job defending that play.
The ball was a little underthrown, and I think Burt tried to come back to it at the end of it, but Ashburn got his hand there and knocked it away right as the contact happened. Great timing, and now 4th and long.
Because if he didn't turn his head, that's a penalty. That would have been a PI, so that's a huge defensive stop.
Wise, 8 straight incompletions, trying to get something through. Alston in motion, a fake to him. He's under pressure again. He's going to throw off his back foot. It's a jump ball. It could be up for grabs, and it is intercepted. Perry has it. He's out of bounds just around the 20-yard line.
Let's watch the replay. Pump fake doesn't matter. But my goodness.
Yeah, just trying to throw the ball up at that point. Now we're going to see it, as you see there, just the pressure immediately, and Wise had to get rid of the football. He threw it up, and
this defense is not biting on the pump fakes.
I'll tell you what, yeah, Krantz with a great job on the interception. He's been all over the place in this first half.
You just knew with how this Harvey offense has been struggling throughout the game, that if they didn't get that kick return to score, like Perry could still keep that goose egg on the Harvey side of the scoreboard, and they did just that.
Despite the long return, yeah, just the offense could not take advantage of that. So now it's 1st down and 10 for the Pirates on their own 20. 6:40 to go in this first half. Keeper for Trefsker. He works his way inside, bulldozes his way through, still on his feet. Trefsker goes down. They're on the 35-yard line.
The linebackers show blitz and went in for the blitz, and you had a great pick up there for Perry. The blitzer got picked up, and big yardage.
And 18 yards on that 1st down carry. Trefsker with a good play action fake and kept it on the option. Turned upfield, and as we've seen, shifty.
Yeah.
Make guys miss out there.
6'1" of just speed, but also agility. Again, he's making people miss.
He can throw that football too. 5 of 7 on the night. The interception was one that was just in and out of the hands of his receiver. Past the outside, that one's caught. Here's Richards. He breaks the outside. His own speed. Richards taking off down the sideline, past midfield near the 40-yard line. I should say that's Ashburn who was out there, I should say. They both were out there. Richards running in stride with them. Ashburn, though, turning on the Jets, too.
I'll tell you what, the 32 and the 12 kind of mix in there, but great speed there by Ashburn.
I'm going to say he stepped out at about the 43-yard line, so Ashburn with a good catch and run, and thought maybe he got a little bit more out of that, but he tiptoed the sideline and must have touched the white chalk there.
Yeah, good look there by the official there on the sideline.
So still a first down catch. There's a fake. Trefsker now working to his left side. Another pump fake, got a man in the air. Now he throws off his back foot, out of bounds. Trefsker, good job to take the play as long as he could.
Is he a hooper?
Might be.
He might be. That was some basketball skills I just saw there. That was
a couple
good.
Pump fakes, yeah. Got a guy in the air.
Man, that was a great, I know you can't say that an offensive play that gained no yards is a great play, but that was a great play. I mean,
You could say.
You could say. Got a defender to jump. And again, he handled it well. You don't want to give up the big play either if you're Harvey. So
Hey, sometimes the best play is the play that you don't lose yards on or have a turnover. You just get the ball out of bounds. Trefsker did just that. No turnover, and they get the fight to live to another down here. Halfway through this second quarter. Here's Richards now. He gets the end around. He breaks through. Richards turns on the Jets. He's down the sideline. He's still going. He's still going, and he's in. Braxton Richards, 43 yards for 6.
no doubt about that. Watch Traxton. Oh, no, we got a flag. There is a flag.
Couple flags down near the 40-yard line.
That's going to come back.
It was a little late.
It was a great run, though. I mean, you see the speed.
Corner, yeah, my goodness.
But
he got tackled at the end by his teammate. He just pushed him into the end
yeah, he
zone.
pushed him in. Pushed him in. But going to have a hold.
Yep, so that ball going to come back. Instead of a 43-yard touchdown, the ball going to move back towards midfield. This is something Coach Gesevich talked about. Special teams, they give the big kick return. Now an offense just not making mistakes, limiting those, being consistent. This is one of those things he'll circle in the game and say, hey, this is a chance to pull ahead by 4 scores and to really cement the lead. Got to make sure we don't make those mistakes.
Every second of film matters. Every second doesn't matter to score. Those are championship plays. I mean, that can't happen.
Trefsker now going to pass. Time, they're going to take a shot down the middle of the field. He's got a streaking McIntyre. It's caught, and he's in. If at first you don't succeed, try again. 51-yard touchdown strike to McIntyre.
And watch how he got, first off, an unbelievable throw. You see the spiral, my goodness. And the receiver did a great job getting behind the defenders. Man, what a score, what a response for this Perry offense.
Wondering when 6 was going to make a play. It seems like every week he always does. And there it is. Another receiving touchdown for McIntyre. And the Pirates looking to try and go up 28-0. Extra points on the way, and it is good. And that is the score. 28-0, 5:37 to go here in this first half right here on CVC TV. Well, looking to break into the exciting world of broadcasting film, or social media, and of course our industry, the Ohio Media School in Cleveland, offering hands-on training in TV and radio broadcasting, audio production, sports broadcasting, and more. Their real-world approach, taught by industry professionals, ensures your job ready in about 8 months. Located conveniently over in Valley View, their Cleveland campus is your gateway to a rewarding career in media. Visit beonair.com to start your journey today. That's beonair.com.
Of course, a couple of our crew members here today joining us from OMS, a couple of students, Eric and Darian just joining us.
You experienced Perry for the first time.
And
what an experience it's been. 28-0 with 5:37 to go here in this first half. And the Pirates, it seems like even after the interception, they still just right back to business as usual. The defense did their job. And the offense has started to light some things up now. That long pass play from Trefsker to McIntyre.
Yeah, Perry is just hitting on all cylinders right now across the board. Of course, really, the one thing that you might talk about is like, well, the holding penalty, that might be addressed, but they're hitting everything right now.
little short kick to be taken to the 25. And the good news is it's Ryland Davis. He was hobbled a little bit earlier in the game too, the freshman, but he's also the guy who had the interception early in the game. So Davis active out there. And now Harvey's offense coming back onto the field. It has been tough sailing for senior quarterback Marquise Wise tonight. 1 of 10 for just 4 yards and an interception. Had to throw that jump ball up on 4th down deep in Perry territory last possession double just to see if they can get something out of it. But it's been tough for Wise, and giving a lot of credit to Perry's defense. The pressure has been just constant.
Yeah, because of the pressure, none of the plays offensively for the Red Raiders are developing. For whatever reason tonight, on top of the pressure, quarterbacks and receivers, they're not in sync at all in this first half.
And it's kind of neutralized Shane Alston as well, with 7 carries, 25 yards in the ball game. Because they've been finding themselves trying to have to throw the football in a lot of these situations. Alston, no catches, by the way. He leads the team in rushing and receiving yards. But he has, for the most part, been held in check.
And again, right now, these receivers are in man right now.
Wise again, with the pass, taking a shot on the right side, looking, and it is out of the reach of his intended receiver. That was Armani Hall, top of your screen. I thought he overthrew him, but Hall tracked that one down and almost came down with it, but just a little bit too much.
Yeah, Mackenbyer, though, got that hand. And that's what these DBs are doing. Matter of fact, this is one of the best teams I have seen defensively with their DBs and utilizing their hands to swat the ball down.
Is there a penalty possibly there at some point?
It's against Perry, the defense.
They're moving the chains up, yeah. Maybe a pass interference, possibly. The penalty came in late. There was defensive holding, so play ends up actually working out in their favor. And they get a first down. Wise still just 1 of 10, so that does not count as an incompletion.
Time to hand the ball off. Keep at it.
Alston with the carry. He works in the middle. He breaks through. He turns the corner. Alston is what we expected in the game. He gets down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's time. Like, this is the time right now. You got the best player on the field right now. You got to, by any means necessary, get him going. That is the ultimate correct call offensively to make.
22-yard scamper there for Alston, who's now got 8 carries, 47 yards unofficially. It's weird when you say that and say it's a quiet first half for number 0, but it has been.
It has been. I mean, this defense, an excellent game plan against 0. But you got to find a way to get him involved in this game. He's too important not to be.
And Wise struggling passing the ball. This is why you have him to do it. Handoff on the inside. Burke gets the carry. He gets just annihilated after getting to that first tackle. Osborne was in there, as well as Carter Hopkins, who made the stop. They teamed up.
They did.
Took down Burke after a gain of about 2.
They did. And I understand in most cases, almost every case of football, you do want to mix things up and, keep defense honest. But at the same time, best players got to get the football.
Second and about 8, ball on the 38-yard line of Perry. Harvey trying to get on the scoreboard here.
Now again, another man-to-man situation.
It will be Alston. He works left side. He's just eventually tore down. Give Perry's defense a lot of credit there. A negative gain for Alston. Taylor was in there. Hopkins was in there.
And Perry's defense will sacrifice, because their DBs are good, they will sacrifice putting their DBs in man coverage all game in order to make sure Alston does not get the second level, get extra guys, extra eyes on the tailback.
So loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and long coming up. Really important to try and get Wise going here. The quarterback, because these long downs to goal situations here, you need to be able to throw the football. Wise rolling to his right side. He's under pressure again. Taylor's tracking him down. Taylor's still trying to get him. Wise turns the corner. and he gets a gain of about 4 to 5.
It's a good cut there at the end. Good cut. Way to get out of that. But when number 0 Trent Taylor is coming to your neighborhood,
You can feel it.
You go know.
The ground was shaking behind him. 6'5", 240, downhill. And now it is 4 down territory, down 28 to nothing in this first half. You can imagine Harvey's going to be going for all these. Can they convert for the first time on 4th down?
Can they maybe get a post route, maybe something, curl, something, a corner route, something. Get the ball out quick for Wise.
Wise have to step up again. He's under pressure. He spins through, still on his feet. Wise still working his way through. Throws. It's intercepted. I think that was Meckenbauer who got it.
I think so. It was after the pressure. You saw Hopkins up front. Made a slide in there.
That Perry turnover.
I think that was actually Michael Nidzwicki who made that interception, number 8.
Yeah, he did. It was right after the guys up front handled business. They're taking away the first option, Perry's defense, taking away the first option every play.
And Wise was able to keep that play alive for a lot longer than maybe he should have been able to. He was able to avoid some tacklers and just nobody able to get open on the back end. And Alston not a receiver. He was a blocker on that last play. Interesting.
I understand the decision making behind it. You want to get that extra blocker because it's been pressure, but kind of an issue.
Yeah, Petroselli going to work that left side, top of your screen, still on his feet. Eventually going to go down past the first down marker. The game Petroselli's having.
What a game these blockers are having too. It was a great run. These blockers are having an outstanding game for Perry.
Well, Petroselli's having the game we thought Alston was going to have. He's got 11 carries unofficially, 88 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns in his first half. And again, on that previous play on the 4th down, too, you maybe, chip block if you're Alston, then go out into the flat and try and get a screen because you know you're going to get pressure. And you want to get that ball in his hands the best way possible.
You're right. Just hasn't happened.
Yeah, it just hasn't been open, hasn't been an option. The pressure from Perry has been too much for Harvey in this first half. Tresker looking to throw again. Going to step up. He's under pressure. Working left side. He's going to take off. Tresker turns upfield. Still going. Cuts back and out of bounds. He's a 35-yard line.
How did he make that play? He should have been stopped in the backfield. That should have been a sack. But he's able to get out of trouble. His hips is just doing work right now. What a run. And again, the blocking helps out.
Tresker is over 70 yards rushing in this first half. And he has a touchdown run and a touchdown pass. The interception went through the hands of his receiver and was taken on a crazy play. Screen to Ashburn now. He works on this far short sideline and he gets a huge gain out of that. Ashburn was down after about 3 yards and still managed to get about 6 more.
I think he broke 3 tackles in 6 yards. I'm not even joking. I think, but he does a great job. We've seen this all throughout his career here at Perry. He does a great job getting his shoulders down and making big plays.
And Petroselli at the middle. He's going through, bowling through, still on his feet, still not going down. Petroselli inside the 10. He's still going.
Are you kidding me?
He's still on his feet, and he's down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3.
Amazing. You'll see the replay. My goodness, this play should have been. Don't skip leg day. That's why you don't skip leg day in the weight room.
Wow.
What a run. What a run.
Phenomenal run. First and goal now. Pitch out. Petroselli going to work left side, and he's in. Flag comes in late. If it stands, it'll be his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half. We'll see what the ruling is, and it's going to be against Perry. All right, so the ball going to move back, so take the touchdown off the board.
should be a hold.
There was no holding signal, just a point towards Perry's side of the field, which if they're moving back 10 yards, then yes, it was a hold.
Should be, you think, to a toss play, too, on the outside. You want to seal off the defender.
No, still first and goal.
Run of the game.
Same play. Petroselli working the back left side, still on his feet, and he gets brought down inside the 5, essentially back to the original line of scrimmage.
Wow. How about that?
That's the first half this young man's having.
How about that? Run the same play.
Unofficially 122 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground in this first half on just 12 carries. Handoff inside, and he's in. Nidzawicki gets in. Had the interception on defense, gets rewarded on offense, the fullback dive for the touchdown.
And you saw there just now the replay how he lowers his shoulders. Perry is winning every one of those battles up front. There's this, across all 3 phases, just the more physical team right now.
34-0. Grissinger going to line up the extra point attempt for what has been a phenomenal first half of this Perry offense and defense. Both sides of the ball, complete game. Extra point is up. It is good. The score now 35-0 with 1:06 to go in the first half right here on CVC TV and AA. We thought we'd see points tonight with these 2 offenses, but Perry's defense, and I mentioned, only 20 points allowed combined the past 2 weeks. This is a team for the season that's been giving up 22 points per game. The defense really starting to figure some things out. A tough test today against a good quarterback, a really good running back, one of the best in the country. And they have stepped up to the plate every single time they've had to.
An amazing game plan coming into this game. On a short week, by the way. We're playing on a Thursday, of course.
Right.
And when you think about it as well, this defense, they're not second-guessing anything. They clearly had a mission statement to contain Sean Austin and to make sure, hey, if he tries to cut back, we got a guy there. You have noticed, probably for the exception of one play, Austin's not been able to get a cutback.
Well, he's got 9 carries of 46 yards, and 22 of them came on 1 run. Other than that, it's been just tough sledding for him. They've sent 3 or 4 guys in his direction almost every time.
As they should.
And this is normally where you'd see Wise in the passing game be able to capitalize on that, but he's having a tough night. 1 of 11, 2 interceptions. Just not a lot going right for this Harvey offense. They're torn down.
I think they might have lost yards on the return.
They're trying to make something out of that. That was Ryland Davis, and he could not get through. So the ball going to get placed.
Or he may get awarded with forward progress. I'm not sure, but I know he went backwards.
He's inside the 30. We know that for sure. The chains have him at the 26, but the referees are going to spot it at the 28, 29.
Yeah. I don't blame the chain gang because I thought he went backwards.
Yeah. Now, if you're, what are you telling your quarterback here? And Wise, who's just struggled, Marquise Wise, with the pressure and just not being able to have a lot of time to make decisions. I mean, this is a tough ask. Now down 35-0. This Perry defense that's been playing on another level.
Got to dig down deep here this final minute.
There you go, completion. For the first, once in the first drive, it's Burt, and he gets out to the outside.
Then again, Harvey right now has 2 timeouts. Of course, clock stops, go out of bounds. Clock briefly stops when you get a first down. So there's an opportunity. Get high percentage, easy plays like that one just now. Dig down deep. You have an opportunity to get a score.
And that was a break of 10 straight incompletions there. Finally a completion from, again, this Harvey offense. And again, pressure and brought down, swung down. Trent Taylor gets there. That's a huge loss.
Wonder if Wise is going to be okay.
He got slammed by Taylor, and the size difference evident there at 6'5", 240.
Good job by his teammates helping him up there, but you do wonder about, concern of the quarterback.
Remember, they gained 7 on that first completion of this drive, and they lost over 10 yards on that, too. My goodness.
And the officials are going to make sure that Wise is okay. He may have to come out of the game.
Take a set off here because he was slow to get up. Wise is able to jog off under his own power, but he got and felt the full force of Trent Taylor there.
Yeah. And I think if Wise has to come out, and he will, I think now, if you're Harvey, I think now you just get this thing to halftime.
Yeah, it's 25 seconds on the clock. It's still rolling through. They have to run one more play, and I imagine maybe just Alston takes a direct snap. No, they're going to call timeout. They had Armani Hall in, essentially, that maybe be either the running back or to take the snap and hand off to Alston, one of the two.
Yeah, and I think even with the timeout, I think still like this might be just a situation of
hand the ball off.
Hand the ball off. Do not turn the ball over. Get this thing to halftime. And I'll tell you what, a Perry team the last couple of weeks that have scored 40 points in the first half. Now we think they won't get to 40 in the first half here. You did get an interception, which took away a possession, but...
And you were talking about 40 points overall scored in the first half over the past few weeks. Perry right now, they're on the doorstep again. I mean, they're scoring 40 just in the first 2 quarters. The offense has been clicking on all cylinders, and the defense has been playing great. Just rattling this Harvey offense. We said it, Harvey came into this game averaging 38, almost 39 points per game this year. Scoreless right now. And I think Wise is still out of the game.
Yeah, no matter, timeout, it could be a different rule, but it's high school. Get them out for a play.
Yeah, so now it's going to be Jeremiah Rowdy back there with Alston. Alston going to have a low snap. He's got to pick it up. Looking. Alston's going to try and do something with this, and he's going to get torn down.
Just don't give up the football. That's really it.
Yeah, Krantz was in there, and it was a low snap. Huge loss, and that's going to count against the rushing yards, too, for Alston. And with that, we're going to go to halftime. The score 35-0. Perry on top of Harvey right here on CVC TV. Double A, your thoughts on the half?
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. I'm actually very surprised because, offensively, Harvey could do some damage, but an unbelievable game plan with Perry across all phases. The offense you could talk about all game, but their defense is unbelievable here tonight. And Harvey, at this point, it's a lot of soul searching right now to figure out who you are as a football team. It's a good team, but we're going to find out a lot about who they're made of in the second half.
We'll see that, and with that, we'll take a break. Let the fans entertain you for this halftime. 35-0 to score. Perry on top of Harvey here on CVC TV. We'll, of course, have second half action on the way. Don't touch that dial.
Do you want to learn how to be a producer, DJ, on-air talent, or influencer? Visit beonair.com and discover a media school that's changing the game. We have 7 campuses across the country, and you can graduate in as little as 8 months. No math or English classes here, just classes that interest you and give you hands-on experience with real-world professionals in the media industry. And there's financial aid available for those who qualify. Stop sleepwalking through life. Show up for your dreams. Visit beonair.com and take the free career assessment. beonair.com.
Hey guys, Kyle and Anthony here with CVC TV. And do you have any unwanted guests in your home?
I don't know why you looked at me when you said that. We're not talking about me.
No, we're not. We're actually talking about bats, believe it or not. It is a thing here in Northeast Ohio. And luckily, our friends right behind us here, Alpha Animal Removal, have you covered. Those pests, they get in your attic. It could be a whole another ball game when it comes to taking care of your home. But don't worry, Alpha Animal Removal, they got you covered.
They got you covered. They're going to handle business as far as detecting where the bats are, getting it out safely, and they'll fill up the holes, too, so to make sure that they don't return to your home and business. If you have a business as well, they'll take care of you.
And, of course, we're talking about bats, but we're also talking about really any critters that get up there. You want to make sure you can get them out safely. We all love our animals, of course, but want to make sure your house is taken care of, too, as Anthony mentioned. They do a great job with that. Anthony, where can people go to make sure they do this the right way, the humane way, and the safe way?
Alpha-animal-removal.com. That's alphaanimalremoval.com.
Right there.
Feature our drum line to perform this Grammy-winning hit from Santana and Rob Thomas. Feel the step in our groove. This is Smooth.
So I shouldn't tell him that? No. He thinks I'm big headed.
now, here they come, the pride of the Pirates, the Perry High School Marching Band. Tonight, we honor our band seniors, the leaders, role models, and friends who shaped this band and left their mark on the program. For their final show, they've chosen the songs that speak to them. We kick it off with the anthem by Good Charlotte, released in 2003. The pop emo favorite is all about carving your own path and refusing to blend into the crowd. It's rebellious, it's loud, and it's a reminder that you don't have to live life the way anyone else tells you. It's the perfect way to open our show, bold, fearless, and full of energy. Next up is Mr. Blue Sky, the feel-good hit from Electric Light Orchestra's 1977 album, Out of the Blue. Known for its bright harmonies and joyful lyrics, it's a song about better days after the storm has passed. Chosen by our seniors, it's a celebration of the friendships, laughs, and memories they've made together. It's a reminder to always look for the sunshine ahead. with Come and Get Your Love by Red Bull. The 1974 classic is still making crowds smile 50 years later. Its funky groove and timeless message of love makes it the perfect send-off. For our seniors, it's an invitation to live fully, love deeply, and chase whatever makes your heart sing. It's their way of saying thank you and goodbye with music that just makes you want to dance. The marching band is under the direction of Brad Russell. Assistant directors Jessica and Beth Singer. Color guard advisor Harvey Red Raiders and major advisor Deborah Singh. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's show. Thank you for your applause and attention and for all your support throughout the season.
35-0 here at halftime. It's Alumni Stadium in chilly Perry, Ohio tonight here on CVC TV. Third quarter action on the way here in just a few short minutes. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alfred with you as always on the call. And yeah, worth mentioning, it's dipped under 50. We're in the 40s. It took until week 8. Officially the second week of October, we finally start to feel like fall.
Yeah, we checked in 19 first alert. You know, of course, we're also on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network, and yeah, even earlier this week, it wasn't this cold like at all. Like it still felt like summer when practice week started, and here we are today. And you mentioned earlier in the ball game, Kyle, like with high school footballs, they're a little bit bigger than regular standard-sized football, so when temps get cool, it's that much harder to throw the football. But I know we're going to get to this first half, a stunner here in this first half with Perry and Harvey.
Talk about two teams that were in the thick of it here in the CVC Chagrin Division, and right now it's looking like Perry is going to be able to run away with this one, at least as how things went in that first half. I mean, and Nate Trefsker looking very comfortable at quarterback, over 115 yards passing and a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. What a first half as well for Brody Petroselli. He had over 120 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he was outstanding.
That guy, I needed the defense as well. I mean, just the pressure put on this Harvey offense was unbelievable. Marquise Wise, 2 of 12 for 11 yards and 2 interceptions in that first half. He just felt it every single time he dropped back. Actually suffered an injury at the end of the half. We're going to see if he ends up starting this second half. To my knowledge, Perry should be getting the kickoff to start the third quarter in what will be a running clock situation. I mean, AA, just Perry has been able to click on all cylinders. Even when they threw their only mistake, the interception that was tipped off the hands of a receiver and caught by a freshman over at Harvey. Harvey got nothing on offense. They actually went backwards because of it.
There were 2 opportunities where Harvey could have scored, and you mentioned one of them was the interception. The other, Harvey had a big kick return.
Yeah, Burt got the ball all the way down inside the 30-yard line of Perry, and that was a great opportunity to try and get back in the ball game, and just could not do it.
Yeah, it was a 4 and out. I mean, so not even getting a first down out of that situation. And again, you meant this Perry, offensively, they're doing everything possible. They're doing what they can, and we have time to talk about them offensively. Defensively, I mean, one of the elite game plans we have seen. We talked coming into this game. I'm sure, Perry, you want to talk about bulletin board material? Oh, CVC's TV is only here because of the stud running back that's going to USC. Well, guess what? He is not doing anything right now because of this Perry defense.
I'll tell you what, we've had great memories here at Perry High School.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll never forget about last year, that game with Kirtland here that went to, I think just so many overtimes, and it was a 1-point game at the end in the pouring rain.
I will mention
it was warmer that night than it is tonight.
Yeah, yeah. I always do remember, like, this press box is electric, always, when we're here. And, that triple overtime game a year ago with Perry and Kirtland. Game won by Perry. We'll talk about, like, one of those, or Kirtland, excuse me, because that was Jake Laverty with the late score.
Yep.
Last year, but I mixed up because it was 2 years ago at Kirtland.
Yeah, Perry went to Kirtland and beat them. First home loss in what seemed like an eternity for Kirtland. And Perry, of course, has built a phenomenal program. Champions just a few seasons ago and trying to get back to the promised land again this year.
Yeah, and it almost, kind of feel like, my goodness, a jump started the program from there. But Perry needs this game, right? Because next week they got a tough matchup against West G.
Yep.
They're on the road again in Week 10 against Hawken.
Which could be maybe the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, Hawken right now 6-1. Their only loss, by the way, Hawken, was to Madison in overtime.
By 1 point.
By 1 point.
38-37 was the score of that game?
Yep.
That's wild.
So that Week 10 game could be for the league title in the CVC Chagrin.
So low line drive kick. It's taken in by Perry about the 39-yard line. Ashburn able to fall on that one after it got bobbled. The line drive kick, and that's where the offense and Nate Drefsker will take back over. It has been a phenomenal job. Talk about total yardage. I mean, approaching, if not over, 300 yards of offense in that first half. We expected both offenses to play at a high level, but the defensive Perry has really stepped it up in a big way.
They have. And, this defense has been able to get to the backfield, but able to get out of trouble.
Handoff Petroselli up the middle. More of the same from Brody Petroselli. He gets near the first down.
Pretty close. And the big part of the offensive success on the ground for this Perry offense, they've been able to get a ton of yards per carry.
Yeah, again, unofficially, 14 carries, 131 yards on the ground for Petroselli. That's the game we thought we were going to talk about on the other side of the football, but
I'm looking defensively to see if Wise is on the field. He plays both ways, but the quarterback, I don't see him.
Not seeing much. Handoff again on the inside. That is Cam Austin, his first carry.
And for those joining us late, of course, with Marquise Wise, the quarterback for Harvey, it was late in the second quarter where he just got crushed at the quarterback position, trying to get out of pressure, and took a late hit or a sack.
He's on the sideline right now next to her. We'll see if he gets some time here. Another handoff.
Good block.
Big run breaking through. Look at the strides. Cam Austin going to go the distance. No flags on the field. 49 yards for another Perry touchdown.
And that is Cam with a K. Watch this, and watch some of the blocking, just driving. Great pull block as well in the stride. He's just opened it up. Cam Austin on the board. What a run.
Sophomore. You hear that name over the next few years, too.
In this program, Perry does an unbelievable job of empowering young guys. And you're mentioning, like, some names that we may have not mentioned. They're going to get a few reps, and then these next few years, they're going to be big-time players for this program.
Snap down, hold, extra point on the way is up, and it is good. Different kicker, same result, 42-0. Perry on top of Harvey right here on CVC TV. Now, speaking of us here, the presenting sponsor for CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. Also, talk about Greeny Sports Cards, Northeast Ohio's largest buyer and seller of sports cards, and they're looking to buy yours, whether you have a few cards or a whole storage unit. Set up an appointment through their website, greenysportscards.com. That's greenysportscards.com. Always buying, always selling.
You know, Kyle, I cannot stress enough, again, like how this blocking up front for the Perry Pirates has just been unreal tonight. Just phenomenal work.
It's truly special what Perry's been able to do tonight. Statement game against a team that was hungry, trying to fight their way into consideration to win the Chagrin Division of the CVC, and Perry slamming the door shut on Harvey tonight. That ball is muffed, and I think he got on there. Burt was able to fall on it after it went off his chest. So we'll save the possession.
Yeah, he did fumble and came back to him. And again, this Harvey team, they got to figure things out like right now. Even if it doesn't lead to a W, I mean, next week they're facing Hawking. You know, so Harvey's got to have to figure something out, bring something together.
Now's an opportunity. First down. And it looks like Wise is back out there, so he is good to go. Snap handoff. New running back in, number 28 on the carry. It's going to be Marshawn Sturdivant, sophomore. Gain of about 4.
Again, Sean Austin still in the game. He's lined up as a wideout.
Just trying to give a different look. Ralston just 10 carries, 39 yards. Remember, he had that big loss when he had to play quarterback the last snap of the first half. Another carry for Sturdivant, and he gets stood up and pushed backwards. Perry so physical on the inside. Bertone in there.
I think Hopkins in there too.
Yeah. Fantastic job from Perry tonight. Just no lanes for Harvey. You saw maybe one long rush from Alston. Other than that, it's been just tough sledding, throwing, running, anything on offense.
Yeah, 3rd and long, all game long.
Another quick pass, taking a shot out to Alston on the sideline. He throws it up, and it's incomplete. Solid defense at the top of your screen. It's Meckenbauer who just smacked that ball away.
Defensively, he's had an outstanding game. I know, obviously, offensively, you know, he's doing what he does.
Yeah, there was a flag that came in late. It looked like it was declined because it was against Harvey.
It was against Harvey? Illegal receiver, or ineligible receiver, excuse me.
Yeah, so they're going to wave that off. 4th down on the way, and I imagine punt unit is going to head out, and they will, as Wise will jog off.
I mean, think about it, too, like the assignment. Like, you look at your DBs, and you're saying, tonight, hate to tell you, you're going to be one-on-one all night long. We got to do so much to contain, you know, the running attack for Harvey. Like,
they've done it. And even when Alston's lined up on the outside, mentioned leading receiver for this team, no catches.
No, because, again, you see how the DBs are defending.
Yeah. And then the pressure has just been suffocating on Wise. That's a great punt. It goes past the returner for Perry. Still on his
dangerous
feet.
Return.
And he stayed in bounds and got some yards back. Good job by Krantz to track that one down and get some positive yards out of it. And Perry offense going to head back onto the field. 5:46 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have. Wouldn't get an AMI report.
I know, yeah, the special teams and you.
the
special place in your heart.
The AA School of Special Teams. I don't know. That's a little risky.
Yeah, bring out the chalkboard.
It took an odd bounce though too that obviously favored Harvey. But I know it gets tough though because in your mind you're probably thinking too, you don't want to get pinned inside the 10 either. So I understand picking up the ball
in the game. We know Cam Austin at running back number 10. Nolan Andrzejczyk in the game now. High snap. That ball's on the deck. It's still down there.
Did Harvey get it?
I think they did. Harvey's going to recover. Fumbled snap. Elijah Hall, the senior, one of the names we were expecting to call tonight on defense, gets the fumble recovery, and Harvey gets the ball back.
Yeah, you just saw there in the replay, high snap.
That wasn't actually. That was Norray Jones, the DN, who snuck in there underneath Hall and got the ball before he could.
Yeah, but you saw,
nevertheless, Harvey gets possession.
Right, you saw the disruption of the timing, high snaps and stuff. So, you know, it gets tough. And again, remember too, like we just talked about, it's a much colder night too. So you don't get a handle of that football, just hitting the ground.
Well, Tresker's night is essentially over now. It's going to finish with a great game. Wise, on the other hand, trying to snap his cold streak. Just 2 of 13 on the night. Number 1 in white. Looking, gonna have to roll it to his left. Wanted to try and find a pass. Wise, ooh, big hit on the back end. He got leveled by Taylor. Wise had to get helped up, and that was a huge hit.
Yeah, he did. It was a clean hit, too. It was clean, but Wise has been not able whatsoever to hit his first target. It's been covered all game long.
Yeah, only 3 carries for 3 yards, 2 for Wise. It's just got 16 total yards of offense. Not what the doctor ordered for the Red Raiders tonight. Handoff inside. Gain of a couple for Sturdivant there.
Get 2 more opportunities here to get the first down for Harvey. Get something going, find something. Of course, for Harvey, this is an important stretch as far as playoffs, all that stuff as well.
Yeah, loss today will drop them to 500, 4-4, and they've got a tough schedule towards the end of the season as well. Both these teams facing a bit of a gauntlet in the final weeks.
Now, week 10, Harvey does have Lutheran West. It should be a winnable game for them, but got to obviously see.
Wise pressure again, throws, caught inside the 5. That's the first catch of the game for Alston.
Obviously, can't express enough how much that was needed. Got just enough time to get the ball off, although it was in danger of getting picked off, but Alston able to make the catch. I would imagine he gets the ball here.
Handoff inside, Alston trying to press forward. Looks like they say he's short.
Now again, right here, I will, you know, I know it's a little tougher right here. Get right back to the line. You know, right now I should be able to say like, hey, get on the football right back.
I would imagine that's going to be the case here. Wise with Alston on his left hip. It's a handoff. Alston inside, lowers his shoulder, and he is in. Touchdown for Sean Alston, his first of the game. Harvey's first 6 points.
Yeah, watch how he lowers the shoulder, gets in for the score. Of course, all set up by the turnover with Perry with the high snap. Harvey on the board.
Yeah, again, unofficially, just 56 total yards of offense on 13 touches for Alston tonight, but he does get that touchdown.
And again, coming into
extra point is going to fall short. It is not good. So 42-6 is where the score stays with 1:56 to go here in this third quarter.
Coming into this game, Alston had 21 rushing touchdowns, of course, adding one. That leads the nation across all high school football players with rushing touchdowns.
And from leading the nation to leading Northeast Ohio, another one of our sponsors, you can transform your property with a fence from R&T Fence Company. They've been family owned and operated for over 36 years and provided top-notch fence installation services all across Northeast Ohio. Specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial fencing, they offer a wide range of options, including aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link. Call 330-626-5170 for a free estimate or visit rtfence.com. Whether you need a new fence or a custom gate, trust the experts at R&T Fence to deliver quality and professionalism. That's rtfence.com, your fencing solution. Well, it took till almost 2 minutes to go in the third quarter AA, but Harvey does finally get on the board.
Yes, they do. And again, taking advantage finally of short field. We talked earlier, earlier in the game, they had the kick return, wasn't able to take advantage, had an interception, wasn't able to take advantage. It's going to go out of bounds. Try to go for a squid kick there.
Yeah, something short, maybe trying to steal a possession. Of course, the clock will continue to run now because it is over a 30-point lead in the second half.
For Harvey, Division III, Region 9 coming into today, they're ranked 15th. They're the 15th seed. Last year, that would have qualified for a playoff spot, but the new adjustment with the playoffs in the OHSAA, only top 12 make it instead of top 16. So you would imagine, of course, next week's game against Hawken, it's going to be huge. And then they got Luther and West in Week 10.
See if Harvey can get things together towards the end of the season. Nolan Anderjack back in. Carter Crowfoot was back there too in the.
He had a penalty, I believe.
Another one came down. I think that's going to be against Harvey, but not exactly sure what happened. But they'll move the chains a little more forward. First down. Handoff inside, Crowfoot trying to work his way through, lowering his shoulder, getting a solid gain.
6'1", 185 pounds, loaded with speed. I got to do some more studying on Perry's track and field program. I need to see the speed. Maybe the wrestling program too.
Well, you're getting a good idea with Cam Austin and Crowfoot, both sophomores. I mean, this is the future of what this running back group is going to look like.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Petruselli, a senior.
It's worth going to ChagrinValleyConference.com and seeing all the athletes of the week, multiple sports, because you can see a lot of names. Those athletes of the week, they all pop up across all 3 seasons.
This issue with maybe the wardrobe, but substitution going to come in.
Yeah, I think the officials are allowing a late substitution.
20 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Oh, that was quick.
Quick pass outside. That one in and out of the hands of Meckenbauer. He was on the.
I didn't even realize the clock was rolling. I know, again, it's the running clock. You get into it, but, man, you get to that threshold, it goes by quick.
And that is the end of the third quarter. 42-6 is the score. This fourth quarter maybe here in just a few moments. And again, Perry's more the same. Just playing great tonight. Harvey able to get 6 points on the board, AA. But the defense, I know Perry scored 42 points tonight, but I mean, I'm sure Coach Gashevich will circle the defensive effort and say, this is what we need. Against one of the better offensive teams you're going to see in the CVC, the Pirates have just looked dominant.
Yes, they have. You want to talk about, again, just dominance. You want to just talk about executing a phenomenal game plan throughout, getting out on a sprint. And, this is when you have a championship culture like Perry, who, a couple seasons ago won a state title. They went deep into the playoffs a year ago. It's ingrained in the program, like those little things. Executing on blocks. Hey, when you're not getting the football, that shouldn't matter. You should still be blocking hard if you're the receivers. That stuff matters.
No, it's third down on the way here. Ball near midfield. Savon in motion, handoff Crowfoot inside. Look at Crowfoot just spin through. He's going to be near the first down marker. He might be just a tad short. We'll see where they spot it.
That was a great run. That was a great run. Of course, right now, if you're Harvey, this is not, you got hit in the mouth tonight. Like, opportunity to dig down deep. You got a 4th down opportunity. Should be a 4th and 1. Yep, see it there. So, opportunity, hey, get a stop. Carry some momentum.
Talk about what you do in these late games where maybe the game hasn't gone your way. It's about just trying to build some positive momentum. For Harvey, it'd be huge to get a stop here if they could.
Again, it's all film, too. It's like the film is still rolling. It does not matter to score.
Timeout may be called from Coach Gacevich.
Maybe they're going for the hard count.
Trying to get them to jump off. It looked like one of the defenders did put his hand up, but brought it back in time before a snap. So save the offsides there.
Yo, the activities that take place on senior nights are phenomenal. I just have to mention this senior night.
I couldn't see half of them down there because they were all dressed in camo. They blend in. It was great.
No, it's on the home side. You don't see the home side, but it's a great turnout. Obviously, with the fans. You know it's a great turnout when it's hard to find parking.
They got rewarded tonight, too, with a great performance from Perry.
I felt bad last year because the big Perry-Kirtland game, it rained. I mean, and we got extra viewers for that. But, here, it's like, man, that would have been an electric turnout if it didn't rain on that game.
They try again here on 4th and 1. Handoff inside. That's going to be a 1st down and then some. Niedzwicki able to put his head down and move the chains.
Great job up front. Center and the right guard handling business.
We love coming to Perry. We definitely do.
This place,
it's a different kind of atmosphere, folks.
Is unbelievable.
If you're a fan of CVC football, take a trip up.
Man, please. New track, 2 years, new track, no vehicles allowed.
Pitch to Crowfoot, he works the right side. He's still on his feet. Crowfoot turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, pulls over a defender, and gets down near the 20.
He understands the importance of this moment for him. He understands right now, you run that hard. Let's watch the replay. You run that hard, he's earned the right to perhaps get the score. But with that being said, now we have, for the rest of the team, a mass substitution, getting more young guys into the ball game for Perry. But you run like that, you're saying to the coaching staff, keep handing me the football so I can score, and I can get a score on film.
We looked at, obviously, what Cam Austin did. He had the last touchdown, that long touchdown run. Play is blown dead. Timeout taken by Coach Gacevich again.
And again, this is not a running up the score type of situation. This was you substituted 9 of your 11 guys, and you want to make sure everybody is set up, ready to go. Like Coach Gessler, he's not even walking over to the team right now.
He's just letting them kind of huddle amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone talking about what they're going to have for dinner later.
Speaking of coach, I mean, middle school principal. I mean, we talked to both coaches, before, during the game week. Sometimes the non-football stuff kind of really stands out. And just thinking about interacting with all the young kids, whether they're playing sports or not playing, different sports, building that relationship. We talk every single week to successful programs, how you build that culture. And of course, being a middle school principal, everything's all connected, so you're not away from your high school team. Doing a great job. And he loves the job, too. It's his 3rd year. It's the middle school principal.
Good to see everybody come up now. It's going to be a handout. The ball's lost, and it's taken by Harvey. Another fumble. That one pulled in by 28, Marshawn Sturdivant, and it's going to go back to the Red Raiders.
Let's see if there was an issue again with the
handoff.
Just a handoff.
Yeah.
And when you run this type of offense, the timing is everything. I mean, everything. And just not in sync that time. A couple late turnovers with the young guys in.
just over 9 minutes to go in the game, and we talked about it a couple times now. Harvey just trying to build some momentum. Defense gets a couple turnovers. Offense now, points. That's what they want to try and get, more points.
In the second possession in a row, can they get points?
You know, Wise still out there just pushing through his struggles tonight. He's been beaten up. It's a handoff. Breaking through. Look at Burt. He gets a nice burst of speed past midfield.
I believe this is his biggest game of the night. And you kind of see kind of his agility. You know, everyone has mentioned too, you know, and even Coach Getzwitz from Perry has mentioned as well, like, hey, you think Harvey just has one weapon? That is not true.
Yeah, Bird able to break through and use that speed. Little pitch to the outside. It's Bird again. He uses those wheels and gets out of bounds after a gain of, I want to say, between 4 to 5 yards. We'll see where they mark it. Maybe we'll give him about a long 3 to 4 there.
And for the young players of Perry, who's in the game right now, welcome to varsity football. Even this late, like, you're getting the experience. You're facing the top athletes across the CVC. Got to figure out how to stop them.
Yeah, Alston on the sideline, so it's going to be the Burt show here on this drive. Quick pass to the outside. That is caught. Turning upfield, he hits the corner past the 30-yard line and eventually tore it out of bounds. Antonio Hall, junior, able to move the chains.
And again, great throw, great run there on the outside. And Harvey dig it down deep. So you get that drive down the field.
They gave about 16 on the play. He'll take that.
Now again, communication is still key for Harvey, actually for both teams, but for Harvey with their first team still in.
Yeah, still trying to make plays out there. Hand off. It's Armani Hall. Who'll work the far side, still working through. Armani Hall gets the first down, lowers his shoulder, and moves the chains. And ball down to about the 15, inside the 15 to the 14.
But sorry about that, Kyle. And like the big difference, of course, going from the JV to the varsity level, of course, is the speed. So the tackling angles that work, you know, on Saturdays, got to make the adjustment on Fridays, or in this case, Thursday. But you get the point. Like, it's just, you know, those are things that change.
Well, the first down is the Red Raiders are moving the football. Handoff, Burt, left side, he cuts through. He's still on his feet, gets torn down past the 10 down inside to about the 5-yard line. Actually, no, down to the 3.
I think at the end of the play, he saw good. I don't know if it was a stiff arm or anything like that, but here it is. Harvey right back at the line.
Yeah, they're trying to get this running clock to stop, too, if they get it back to that. Inside, Burt gets in, and he does get in.
Over the right side for the Raiders touchdown.
Let's watch the touchdown run. Good communication and running hard. He's earned the right to get the carry and get the score. Again, for Harvey, this is what you want to see. Build some momentum.
Well, it's a 30-point game now. Remember, the running clock is for 30 or more. If they make this extra point, it will go down to 29. The clock's going to stop running. Snap, good, hold down, extra point is on the way. It's good.
Wow, just got through. And you're right, 5:21, the clock stops.
Yep, 42-13. It's now a 29-point game, and that does stop the clock from running. Perry still well in control with 5:21 to go here in the ballgame.
I would not guarantee that Harvey will go for the onside kick, but obviously you prep if you are Perry to be ready up front on this kickoff. But if you're Harvey, that doesn't matter who you're facing. Doesn't matter who's on the field. You needed that. You needed some kind of momentum. Nothing seemingly has gone right for you. So to have 2 straight possessions with scores at that time, going right down the field and scoring, absolutely needed that if you're Harvey.
I think if I'm Harvey now, too, onside kick again, do it.
You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, just try to get some really good positive momentum.
And
if he
I'm
can make this
Perry,
a 3-score game at the end of it, I mean, that'd be impressive.
yeah, and if you're the second line, kind of move up a little, like just be ready. And these guys are communicating. This will not be a surprise for another
late sub coming in.
Just want to make sure you have all 11 players on the field.
And this is going to be a pooch kick. It's going to be taken.
Oh, no,
by
Traxton.
Perry. Oh, Traxton Richards turns the right side. He's got the Jets. Gets out there. He's still on his feet. Richards cuts back in. He's still moving. Richards back to the outside and inside. He's weaving in and out. And Richards down past the 30-yard line. Every time that young man,
special player,
he touches the ball, magic happens. He is hiding essentially in that back line and just turned a field, and my goodness.
And you just know it. You just knew it. Certain players, when they touch the football, special things happen. And number 12, Traxton Richards, who is only a sophomore.
Yeah, another one. They've got a couple guys back there. We talked obviously about Austin, the touchdown run. Crowfoot got the size and the strength, and then got Traxton Richards, who's a track star essentially. He gets out there so fast. I mean, it's just.
Perry's going to be around.
Ugh.
They're going to be around.
What do you do with that? And of course, their quarterback is, and Trefsker's only a junior. He'll be back next year.
They're going to be around.
Snap, handoff inside. New player in, breaking through to the right side, turning the corner. Out of bounds inside the 10. Caden Morton gets the carry out there. A freshman. It's a big game.
Yeah. And knowing that, this is on, and I think you're going to get a sideline. I think you're going to call a penalty on the sideline.
Be a sideline warning if there's no movement.
Should be. Yeah, it should be just a warning.
See where they actually marked the ball down.
It's
6.
It's way up there.
23-yard run, by the way. It was a great run from Morton.
They huddled 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you weren't really sure what was going on.
I know.
Morton going to get it again. He works left side, cuts back. Now back to the outside. Morton pushing through. He spins. He's in. 6-yard touchdown for Caden Morton, the freshman. 2 carries, bunch of yards, and a score.
That has to be really special for that young man. My goodness. And he did a good job of just identifying, like, hey, I'm not going to force anything. I'm going to find the right place to run the football. He did just that. His line took care of him. 2 plays, 2 scores.
No, it was set up by the Traxton Richards huge kickoff return that got him inside the 30, and then 2 plays later, Camden Morton, the freshman, able to cross the line to gain for a score. Talk about how special it is to get freshmen, sophomores in there, and they're still making plays.
And you're going to remember these moments, too. You're going to remember, because, hey, that touchdown I got late in the game, I can go on YouTube and watch it again.
Extra point attempt is up. Flag came in late. It is good. Referee threw that flag like he was fielding a ball at shortstop down at Progressive Field.
Yeah.
That's going to be against the Red Raiders. So this could be another situation possibly where the ball is placed on the other side of the 50 on the kickoff. And
by the way, since you mentioned baseball, you okay? Everything good?
yeah, I'm taking it day by day.
Okay. Us Guardians fans, we said that last week. Your Yankees lost.
It's been a rough few weeks for us.
Yeah. David Ortiz had a phenomenal time last night on Fox.
Sure he did. Just like we did when we beat his team. But that's all right.
It was a great video. It was.
Oh, the good news is the Guardians Light, a.k.a. the Toronto Blue Jays, are in the ALCS.
Oh, yeah. Miles Straw is in the ALCS. How about
Miles Straw
that?
has found his way.
How about that?
Miles has meandered his way. Yep, so the ball going to get moved to the 45 again, and now we beg the question once more, can we get the ball through the uprights on the kickoff?
Again, Cole football. He was close.
Tell you what. Yeah, Grissinger was really close. He just missed it. That would have been essentially, like a 55-yard field goal from that spot. He almost nailed. This is a new kicker whose number we don't, I believe, have. Taking a shot. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
Hernandez's kick into the end zone.
Hernandez boots it back. Clock running again now. Under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Perry on top, 49-13.
Yeah, that definitely handling business. Got an important game tomorrow. We will go from Lake County to Portage County tomorrow. Brookshire and Crestwood tomorrow, where basically both teams are fighting for a playoff opportunity.
Yeah, their lives essentially right now to play in the postseason. Remember last year for Crestwood how close it was? Last game of the year it came down to, couldn't get it across the finish line.
Get a high-scoring game against Fairview.
Yeah. New quarterback now in the game. It's Xavier Rode, the sophomore. He's a receiver, a quarterback, and a DB. We got athletes and we got guys that have 3 positions.
Fine tool player. That's what you want. Hey, do you want to see the field? Yes. Where do you need me? Everywhere. What can you do? Everything. Anything.
That's what they tell you when you get older in job interviews. Can you do this? Of course I can.
Yes.
And when you have like little to no experience in it. Have you ridden a camel? Of course I have.
Sure.
Little pitch to the outside.
Nice play.
Sturdivant going to turn the corner.
Ooh, wow.
He's going to nail his teammate.
Yo.
Zion Walker felt the brunt of that hit from the back.
Oh, my goodness.
Walker, the freshman. They're both freshmen. I should say Sturdivant's a sophomore, so.
I promise you, they will look back at this tape in that play. It's like, bruh, I am your teammate.
Cut in. Don't run into me. I'm trying to help. 3rd and short for this Harvey offense. Keeper with the quarterback. Rode able to get past the first down marker and move the chains.
So I think I have my vote for the player of the game.
Yeah.
I think we're both
pretty. Yeah, we're both pretty steadfast. But I will say that quarterback, Nate Trefsker had a fantastic game in his own right.
Yes, he did.
Managed it very well through a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, but it's going to be hard not to give it to Brody Petroselli. Pass to the outside, that is caught, spun through, and Armani Hall brought down after a short game.
But I'll also give an honorable mention to number 32 tonight.
Yeah, Jimmy Ashburn had a great game. All over the field, receiving the ball, ran it a few times, defensively played great. You could essentially give this award to the entire defense of Perry, the way they played.
I could give this award to the entire team. I mean, the offensive line.
Very complete win tonight for the Pirates. There's a run to the outside, trying to make some more plays here as the clock continues to tick down. Was Rode, number 9, the new backup quarterback in the game. He gets the first down and a big carry.
I mean, even the defensive line, the front 7, basically getting Wise essentially out of the game. Wise, who came into this game passing for 1,400 yards.
He had a rough showing tonight. 4 of 15 for 42 yards, 2 interceptions for Wise. And you talk about Sean Alston. He struggled to pass. That one's tipped, almost intercepted. It's Gavin Brooks, the freshman, knocked that ball down, and that should be and will be the last play from scrimmage tonight. The final score, 49-13. Perry gets the win over Harvey right here on CVC TV. AA, your final thoughts on the win for the Pirates tonight?
I think we talked about it throughout. Just a complete victory across the board for Perry. This was a very important game for both teams, in particular for Perry, who has a tough schedule here to close out the regular season. They just came in and dominated, and you talked about like what the strategy was for this team. That was to stop Sean Ashburn, and they did just that. Oh, we got fireworks! Oh.
I guess that didn't happen last year because of the rain.
That's right. That's right. I think we've been here every time when it rains. I'm like, who's banging the table?
Cold enough, but not cold enough for fireworks in October, and there were fireworks on the field. The final score, 49-13. Again, your CVC TV player of the game, Brody Petroselli, 131 yards and 2 scores unofficially on the ground. Had a catch for 14 yards as well. What a game. He is your CVC player of the game. Back again tomorrow night over with our friends in Manaway, Crestwood, Berkshire. Going to be a fun matchup. Playoffs essentially on the line, or at least a chance to stay alive.
To stay alive for both teams.
For both sides. It's going to be a fun matchup tomorrow night. But until then, have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow right here on CVC TV.